Hello everyone and welcome to YouTube Tuesday, session 132 with me, Jessica Brigden of Creative Cardiology. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a great start to your week. So out in the kitchen. It is so dark and gloomy today that I just can't get the lighting right in the craft room. So I'm just out here at the dining table today. So it sounds a little bit different even. But I hope you will enjoy today's video. We are going to be playing, maybe you can get some inspiration here from my fluffy sweater with the pink and the hearts. We are going to be playing with Stampin' Up's new Country Floral Lane collection. This is on pages 8 and 9 of the new mini catalog. And I have a couple of quick and cute cards for you today. Some great layouts that you can use with any Stamps and Designer Series paper. A real nice go-to trio. Actually, we're gonna make a trio. We're gonna make a trio of cards today, 3 cards. So I hope you will enjoy them. This is a really cute collection. It includes a brand new stamp set, the Country Bouquet stamp set, and the coordinating Country Floral Punch. Love, we've got the large and small hearts and the little leaves there too. And bonus is that the punch actually works on the Designer Series paper. So love it when that happens too. Hello everyone. Hi Kathy. Thanks for joining me. All right, I'm going to flip the camera here so we can go ahead and get started because we are going to make 3 cards today. All right, so flip this around, and buried under here is my host code for the month of January here, 9XN XP UKG. All right. And I do have a little special in addition to my tutorials that I send out with your $25 or $50 order. If you do an order of minimum of $30, then I will actually send you a little kit to make the 3 cards that I'm showing you today. All right, so you would actually get the little supplies here to make the trio. Sweet Sorbet is our color of the day. And we've got Sweet Sorbet, Petal Pink. We've got some Balmy Blue in there with our basic white. Really quick and cute. And if you place a $30 minimum order in my online store using my host code, then I will send you the materials to make these 3 cards. All right, the stamp sets will not be included, no stamped images. So you might want to add the Country Bouquet bundle here to your order. And of course, the designer paper. How cute is this? We have the little bicycles with the flower baskets. We've got some really pretty florals in here. Love, love, love the hearts. All right, I've actually used up quite a bit of my paper. There's another pattern. I love that. And let's see, what else have we got in here? This is the pattern right here. So you get a whole sheet of the hearts that the punch works on. What I did is if you cut these into rows, then you can just run your punch down there and you can get all 4 hearts with leaves, all of that punched right out for you. So really cute. This is one of my favorites. Little Sweet Sorbet with those cute little red hearts. Of course, being the creative cardiologist, heart anything is right up my alley. So love, love, love that. And if you're into plaids and ginghams and checks, then there's even a coordinating set of 6x6 paper that goes with this in all of the colors that coordinate here with the Country Floral Lane collection. So it's super cute. I hope you'll like this. I'm actually teaching a class on this later this month. So if you're local to me in upstate New York, I would love to have you attend that. We're going to be doing that at the Summerhill Brewery on Saturday, January 21st. And if you're not local, but you would like to make my class cards, there's an event set up on my Facebook page, then you can actually purchase a to-go kit and receive a PDF tutorial for that. All right, that's gonna be different projects that I'm showing you today. Okay, so for the very first card, let's start out here. So all of these Sweet Sorbet, 5.5 by 8.5. Hello everyone, hey Polly, thanks for joining. All right, so we are folding our 5.5 by 8.5 in half there at 4 1/4. Like I said, these are all going to be super quick and cute. All right, the first one here, we are going to start with a layer of basic white. Oh, my little leaves just jumped out. This is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And the reason I picked that size is so that I could cut my cute little designer series paper into 3 by 4 panels and maximize the designer series paper here. So this is going to mount on top, but before you glue anything, the cute little part with this is actually a fun fold. We are going to fold up this bottom right corner enough that you can stamp a sentiment in here. So go ahead and pull this little corner in and give it a fold, and that way you can see where you want to apply your adhesive. All right, because if you glue the whole thing down, you won't get that cute little peekaboo corner. Okay, so we're gonna just run our adhesive on here, mount this onto our basic white. Now, if you want to stamp before you glue together, that could be a good idea. All right, in which case, try not to glue up your whole table like I am. If that's the case, then cute little sentiment. We have several here in the Country Bouquet set. So I think I'm gonna do With Love. It just works for any occasion. All right, so I've got my Sweet Sorbet ink. And we'll go ahead and stamp this down here in the lower right corner. All right, good idea to stamp first. I sometimes get ahead of myself. But if you stamp first and you mess it up, of course, then you get a second chance by flipping it over. All right, if you glue it all first, then you don't get that. You don't get the do-over. All right, so we'll stick this right on here. All right, and if you want, go ahead and tack down your little flap. Just put a little bit of adhesive right here behind that to keep that all nice and tidy. All right, so I'm going to be using the Real Red and Burlap Ribbon Combo Pack. This is part of the Country Floral Lane collection. I'm going to use the Real Red here for this project today. Now, I said burlap. This is actually more of a crumb cake color, and it's nice and pliable. It's much softer than actual burlap, because we have had burlap ribbon in the past, and this is not it. So when it's talking about burlap, it's just referring to the color here. Okay, so for this little piece, we're going to place this right up along the edge, and then we'll tape our ends to the back here. Okay, so tuck that over. I'm gonna trim that off just a little bit. All right, pull that nice and tight. And now we'll place this in the center of our Sweet Sorbet card front. All right, then we can pull in an extra little piece for our loop. I'm not doing any fancy bows, but just a nice little knot up here towards the top. This ribbon is cute. It's got a nice little satiny finish. Although if you've checked out the clearance rack lately, I'm surprised. I thought Stampin' Up! Was gonna pull all of those clearance items there after the first of the year, but they haven't yet. And there is actually a nice spool of Real Red satin ribbon. It's just a little bit wider than this, and it's on the clearance rack for $3. That would go really nicely with this too. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my heart. I've got some leaves. Now the neat thing with this paper is that your hearts and leaves, you get both. You have the mint macaron, and then you have the mossy meadow. So you can make your hearts any color combination that you would like here. And then we've got petal pink for the small hearts. I'm actually gonna grab one of these out because I think I'm missing my small heart here. All right, so I'm gonna tuck this piece. Oh, I need to trim it just a little bit. All right, just trim off this leaf section. All right, that way I can fit this right into my punch. Come on here. There we go, upside down. Perfect. All right, so now I've got a nice tidy little petal pink heart to go with this as well. So we'll pull in our dimensionals. And one for the large heart. Now the back side of these cute little heart piece is the balmy blue with the mint macaron leaves. And I don't really want that showing. So I'm going to place my large heart right here in the center. And then I'll do the same for my leaves. I'm going to use some edge pieces for those. And then there we go. Use every little bit here. Okay, so we've got our leaves. And let's see which way I want to go here. All right, so we've got one. We'll just make our cute little scene here and then come in with the finishing touch. This cute little heart. It almost acts like a exclamation point or a little parentheses there, wrapping up our sentiment. Isn't that cute? Such a sweet little card. Hi, Karen. Hi, Melanie. Yes, this is my favorite pattern of this paper too. Love those itty bitty hearts. But I'm getting a great use out of all of the patterns here. So this is the first card. Super cute. But yeah, really quick. A fun little layout. Any of your designer series paper, cut to 3x4, mount it on a contrasting layer. So you have a place to stamp your sentiment. And then you could use any punch. If you were using the new Dainty Delights celebration paper, you could put a little daisy here. I was thinking that cute little farm paper that's in celebration. You could use your bunny punch. There's a lot of options that you can incorporate with this layout here. Okay, so the next card. Oh, and if you want to finish it, I always forget to do this on my videos, but if you want, cut a sheet of basic white. Good to have just a stack of these on hand. Cut these to 4x5 1/4. And then when you're using darker cardstock like Sweet Sorbet, you've got these ready to go so you can stamp your inside. And then you could always do a little heart or a little bouquet. You could add something fun here to the inside of your card. Maybe we'll add just a cute little Sweet Sorbet heart on the inside so that matches, gives it a nice finished look. All right, just add a cute little heart. Super sweet. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next one here. All right, like I said, again, we're going to use Sweet Sorbet for all of our card bases. So again, this is, hi Kathy, glad you made it. We are just moving on to the second card here. I'm actually doing 3 today. This is 5.5 by 8.5. We will fold this here at the 4 1/4. All right, we are making a trio of cards using the Country Floral Lane collection. And anybody that places an order with me here this month that is over $30, I'll actually give you a little kit to make these 3 cards. All right, they're really quick and cute. This one, we are going to use a layer of petal pink. This is 2 1/4 by 5.5. And with this one, we can go ahead and just glue this right on to the front. Now you could arrange this any old way, but I kind of like to do it about a 1/2 inch from the opening here. All right, oops, I just dropped my Stampin' seal on the floor. All right, so right about a 1/2 inch from the opening. And then this time we're using this gorgeous country floral heart pattern. Backside's kind of cute too. But we'll put that right up the middle. All right. This is 2 by 5.5. All right, so I love these layouts. Are a great way to maximize your paper as well so that you can get quite a few of these pieces from your paper pack. All right, so with this one, I'm gonna do a little sentiment label. So I've cut some sweet sorbet. This is 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. And then I have a scrap of basic white that is 2 1/2 by 1. And we're gonna stamp that first, especially when it comes to sentiments. Definitely stamp that first. This time I'm going to use the I love that we are friends. I love that we're friends. I love that you, my friends, are here joining me for a fun video here on a Tuesday afternoon or whatever time it is where you are, but so fun to stamp with my friends. All right, so I'm gonna stamp this sentiment right here in the middle of my label. That came out very nicely. I do need to be careful. I stuck my thumb in the ink pad, so I should wipe that off real quick before I get that ink all over my card. That's been known to happen. All right, so we're gonna adhere these together. Okay. And then I'm gonna use dimensionals, but before I do that, I'm gonna do a quick little ribbon trick. This is the Petal Pink, what do they call it? Soft polyester. It's like a faux suede. It's really has a nice texture to it. Hi, Nessa, good to see you. Oh, Kathy, you are still floating away out there in California. I know you guys originally needed the rain, but now it's just, you're being inundated with it. That's crazy. The weather is so weird. I saw something on the news that showed even just in New York State, the different snow totals. And in Buffalo, which is just about 3 hours to our north, they had received, it was like 100 and maybe it was 200. I don't know. It was a massive amount of snow. And yet in Rochester, which is like maybe not even an hour south of Buffalo, they had like 9 inches. Like, I mean, like, it's just such a short distance, and they had such a contrast. And even down here, we haven't had anything. So I feel bad. The weather is just so random. So what I did, I took about 3 inches of this Petal Pink ribbon. I just folded it in half and flagged the ends there. And then I'm going to put my dimensionals here onto my label. So that's a cute little trick for your ribbon. And then you can just offset it here on your card front. I want about equal distance from each side, so the label is centered there. Really cute, fun little ribbon peeking out there, and that faux suede texture really gives it something a little extra. And then I'm going to come in with the cute little embellishments that are part of this collection. These are the pastel adhesive back sequins. They are balmy blue, petal pink, and gold. And I don't know if you can see the difference here, but you actually get 2 sheets. You get the smaller ones and the larger ones. So you get 2 full sheets in this pack. So I'm going to use my snips here. Use your take your pick tool and add just a couple of these. Oh, I forgot the little heart I was going to tack on there. All right, so I did a small one there. I'm going to do a larger one down here. And then I'm going to come in with just a little scrap of sweet sorbet cardstock. All right, hang in there. Okay, come in with just a scrap here. Actually, let me just trim off this little piece. And I'm going to slide that in to my punch so that I can get a cute little heart. All right, and it's already scrapped, so there's no waste. All right, and then we'll take a dimensional, there we go, on the back of our little heart and place that right up here. Isn't that cute? I just love those little hearts. and then place that right up there. So sweet. So sweet. So there are cards 1 and 2. Really quick, really simple. Great way to use your designer series paper. All right, you could use any patterns. This is the Country Floral Lane, but really anything would work with these. And of course, like I always forget, a little layer of basic white for the inside. Okay, so we'll place that inside. It's 4 by 5 1/4. And if you did have some skinny little scraps, I always tuck everything back here in the bag, but say you had some, I really don't have a whole lot of extra. I've been using every little inch of this, but if you had an extra little scrap or something, you could put that in here on the bottom, or you could do a little layer along the edge, but use those skinny little pieces to dress up the inside of your card as well. It's a great way to use all those little straggly bits. Hi Janelle, welcome, welcome. All right, so the third card that I have for you today, guess what? We are also using Sweet Sorbet. Like I said at the beginning, this is the color of the day. 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, folded here at 4 1/4. All right, we're going to go landscape, horizontal with this one. And we're going to do a little contrast here, adding in some balmy blue. And then how sweet is this little bicycle pattern? You actually get 2 full sheets, the 12 by 12 stack here. So you get 2 full sheets of this bicycle pattern. It's so sweet. I really need to do some scrapbooking because if you trimmed this, they would make great borders for your scrapbook page. But we're gonna do something similar. We're just gonna do it card size here. So I've trimmed this down right along that little row of hearts. So I've got the bicycles and then I've got the little flowers, kind of its own border here. I cut this to 2 by 5 1/2, just like the middle card here. And so your balmy blue is gonna be 2 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it meets up end to end. I'm gonna glue these two together, and then before I stick them onto the card base, we'll add our ribbon. Okay. So it goes on here, give ourselves a little border on the top and the bottom. Okay, try to keep that even. All right, so with this, I think we'll come in here with the real red, and this time, we'll just, the easiest thing is you could go all the way around, but again, I find sometimes it's hard to get that knot tight. So rather than fumble with it, just cut your ribbon a little bit longer than your cardstock here. And then go ahead, put your adhesive on the back and tuck the ribbon ends behind. Even on a short little piece like that, it's still easier to tape your ribbon ends to the back. It gives it a nice, clean, finished look. And then it's so much easier to come in with a second piece and do a little loop than it is to try to tie that around in a knot. All right, so I went with about halfway here. Okay, we'll do our little knot. Okay, super cute. This ribbon ties so nicely. All right, really cute. Of course, make sure I put my white layer on the inside. And then with this one, let's see, what would we want to do? We could do for you, just wanted to say, there's so many different sentiments here. If you're looking for a celebration item that coordinates with that, I would recommend we have the Sending Support set that's free with 50. This one has some nice little sentiments that would go with that right now, including sending loving thoughts and prayers. That would be kind of cute. or even Beautifully Day. This one is a twofer. This is free with $100 purchase during celebration. And this one has some nice sentiments that coordinate with this as well. I think I'm gonna go with that. Sending happy thoughts would be really cute. I'm gonna stamp that down here along the edge. All right, let me make sure I get the right one here. Okay, sending happy thoughts. Okay, I gotta be careful when I'm using these photopolymer because they do stick to everything. Thankfully, I did find one of my missing stamps. It was stuck to the back of my catalog. And I actually had a little panic over the weekend. I had lost another one. And again, as I was packing my bag to take it to class, then I found it. Again, that had stuck itself to the back of a catalog. So these little things are tricky. Isn't that cute? Just right down here in the corner, sending happy thoughts. And then because we have a little bouquet on here, I'm gonna use our little bouquet stamp as well. I'm gonna ink that up with a little sweet sorbet. So for this little trio of cards, the only ink you need here is sweet sorbet. Isn't that cute? You could do a little, do some little random flowers on the inside. Really sweet. All right, love that. Quick and cute, super sweet. Could add a couple little embellishments on here. Maybe if you want to bring a little more attention to your sentiment, you can come in here with, let's use the balmy blue ones. All right, let's do a little balmy blue around our sentiment. Just draw a little attention there. Then I'll come in with a larger one. And let's see here. Well, I'll just go, we'll just place it on the bicycle spoke. There we go. So quick and cute little card there. Fun little trio. Use different patterns in your designer series paper. They are quick and easy. All right, and maximize because your designer paper is 3x4, 2x5.5. Again, that looks a little wider, but that was actually 2.25. 2.25 by 5.5. So the balmy blue is 2.5. But yeah, that way you can get quite a bit of use out of those. This is the Country Floral Lane collection. Again, that is in here on pages 8 and 9 of your mini catalog. They've got the I Want It All collection number here, or you can do the items a la carte. But I do love that fun little country punch. There you have the large and the small hearts and the little leaves that works there on the paper. There's another coordinating bundle that looks really cute. And then they even have the adorable little cats. Love cats. Those are really sweet. But yeah, so I hope you are enjoying this new mini catalog, and hope you like today's projects. Again, if you head over to the online store this month, that includes those of you that have already placed orders with me. You'll get a little bonus, a little surprise now. But if your order is over $30, then I will send you a little kit to make these 3 cards. All right, so watch for that here. If you've already placed your order, then watch for that in your mailbox soon. And thank you guys so much. Thank you, Wendy. Yes, you can go ahead and watch the replay if you missed the beginning there. But thank you all for joining me. Stay safe, stay warm. Happy stamping to you. And I look forward to seeing you again on Friday. All right, thanks so much. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.